Hang on. Hang on a minute.
Land this.
This is not something you see every day of the week, but it tells you a whole lot about these fish. Is this like a guide trick of yours, mate? 2 fish on 1 lure.
Our plan is to find local guide and mate Rory Brooks and see what we can learn in the jungle about catching a very elusive fish for Nige and I.
We found you. That's a plus. How you going, mate? Nige.
Good to see you, Rory.
Nico.
How are you, mate? I'm good. How you going?
Welcome to the tropics.
We're not too proud to admit we're not the best jungle perch anglers. We're well and truly asking for help today.
Well, we'll keep it nice and simple today, boys. Bit of a cloudy day with a bit of wind. Insects will be getting blown out of the trees and hopefully the jungle perch will be on the chew.
And a bonus point, sooties.
I'm about to make a cast, and with JP fishing, it is a game of inches. We're fishing on one side of the bank, casting to the other, looking for cover, in particular green grass and shadows. That lure needs to be right in that zone. If you're 20, 30, 40 centimetres out, a lot of the time, that's far enough to miss out on a fish, miss out on a bite. We're using little imitation style lures of skinks and lizards, cicadas, just a little insect that will skip over the surface. These are a walk the dog style stick bait. If you get the lure in the zone, work the lure in the right action, best chance of getting a fish.
Oh,
you got him.
Got him, got him. Got him.
Yes. This is the car key.
Oh, you know what? We ticked a box.
Well, have we?
Oh,
it's a car key.
We're still going to get technical now, aren't we?
It's a car key.
So it's a different species of fish. So,
but it's part of the grunters.
So is that like a 50%?
It's a pass mark.
It's a pass mark.
It's not an A. It's sort of like a
C. Teacher might argue with us.
Yeah, someone will. Someone will argue with us.
Someone will, but it's a start.
Hey, well done. Well done, mate.
Thanks for geeing it up.
Hey, you're right. You put that one back. I want to catch one now.
Right.
The walk the dog technique is all about high rod tip, slight twitches, and let the rod actually spin your handle in your hand. It'll allow your lure to zigzag across the top, and that looks like a little creature trying to get from one side of the creek to the other. Any predatory fish living in these shadows will race out and hopefully eat it.
Oh, got him, got him. Got him, got him, got him. Come on, come on, get out of there. Nico's really good at saying you got to get right in tight for those bigger fish. I reckon I landed about 40 centimetres away from where I wanted to be, and I reckon I got the smaller of the pack. Still exciting when they come and eat them off the top. Local khaki grunter. And they get a lot bigger around here. If you don't get your cast in the right spot, sometimes you just get the smaller pickings.
The scenery is breathtaking, but the fishing is tough, and we're struggling to find our fish. Gentle, gentle. The plan is to keep heading upriver and working harder to find the elusive jungle perch, but this day does not want to go to plan.
I'll get it, mate.
Thanks, Nige.
It's okay, mate.
Did you get it?
I'll get it for you.
Thanks, mate.
This is what mates do for each other, you know, when they throw an awesome cast that flicks a lure off, they race out into the river and get it back.
You just want to go for a swim. There he is. Yep, got him.
Yes, jumping one. Oh, it's just a JP.
It looks like a JP.
It's good hit. Oh.
Thanks for letting me have that shot, Nige. And
in those running rapids, you were the only one with the right lure for that.
They're such a pretty little fish.
We've ticked boxes, but I would say only just. It's so small we can't even identify it as a jungle perch. No, it definitely is.
It's JP.
Looks a lot like my painting. It's about the same size.
It's about the closest you got to a JP all day as your painting.
Once again, persistence pays off. And sometimes a target fish can be just as rewarding as a trophy fish. The jungle perch, however, have proved once again to be a very challenging species to catch. And although Nico has caught one, I don't think this challenge is over yet. And with surroundings as magical as this, I think we're going to have another crack and at the same time try and tick the sooty grunter off the scroll.
Mate, that was tough. That was very typical of our jungle perch sessions.
I think the jungle perch won, Nick and Nige 0 again.
Which makes it very tough, mate. Just time-wise, what are you thinking?
I think we might need to broaden our horizons and do a little bit of travelling and have another crack at these because I don't like being beaten by a fish.
No, mate, and I saw the look in Rory's eyes after that. He was very disappointed, so I reckon maybe another phone call and see if we can tease him out for one more day. What do you reckon?
I don't think it'll take much convincing.
Righto, let's back to camp and see what tomorrow brings.
Rightio, sounds good to me. Today brings us to a whole new river system. It's bigger and known for giant sooty grunter and jungle perch. And we know this is our last shot at catching a big JP.
As so often happens in our quest to get species off the list of the salty scrolls, our plans change in a minute's notice. We were meant to be going north. Got a call from Rory. He's felt a bit punished after our session, fishing very badly for JPs, and he said, guys, I want you back. I reckon I've got an idea. We go south, and I reckon for us, mate, this is 3 times. It's either lucky or we strike out.
Yeah, there's only so many times you can do it. I think JPs have been a real challenging species for us in the past. 3rd time lucky, 3rd time out, call it what you want. This is it, final shot. If we don't get them today,
we're done.
I'm done with JPs for a long time. I won't say ever. I won't say ever.
Rory's patiently casting, waiting for us because he knows there's some good water up there.
We better go and get some.
Yes, got him.
All right.
Good one.
Fucking feels all right.
Feels all right. Was this our problem, Nico, that we just needed Rory to fish for us?
We need someone.
Nice, and there it is. Big soot.
That's going to be a split dome bloody paradise.
Yes.
Well done, Rory.
Nice one, boys.
Good work.
Chunk.
What a chunk.
Chunk. Here we go. Let's
Beautiful.
see what all the fuss was about. You did a bit of puffing and panting, mate. Like for freshwater fish. I thought you were a bit fitter than that, Rory.
Mate, he was in the rapids and I think someone backed me drag off, you know? One of you blokes.
It's always someone
Someone else,
eh?
isn't it? Gorgeous. Now this is a proper sooty grunter. Our last session we were playing with the car keys. This one is a proper salty scroll fish, Nico.
He is. And do we get the tick or does Rory get the tick?
Well, I'm holding it now, so what does that count for?
Yeah, you pulled out of the water, I think.
Yeah, it's like leaded. And I reckon we've made a good move.
I think so.
And I think that you and I have got a shot, a proper shot, with a proper guide this time.
I think the secret's going to be to try and get in front of him.
Just do these ones. All right,
No,
mate,
that's awesome.
That's
That's
a
so good.
cracking start.
Yep. Yep.
Got him, Nico?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh,
no. No.
we
You
got him.
You got him. Good fishing, mate. Nice. Ooh, what is it? JP?
I think it could be the right species.
Could be the one.
Nige.
It's looking good.
It looks like the right species.
It's looking good.
Oh, how hard do they go, these little creatures?
That one jumped for you.
A little jump.
It's got a,
Oh, look at him.
it's got barra identity issues, that one. That's a fish, mate. Nice.
And that,
Nico is a better jungle perch, possibly than we've ever caught together.
that's what we came here for, and that hasn't taken long.
No.
Hope that's not a bad omen.
Yeah, it can be sometimes. We've often found early fish means late badness. But we've got a guide who's confident, and I'm very happy we've got a guide.
I think he's
with
up
us
there.
at the moment.
He's up there shaking his head saying, that's not even a JP.
Yeah, I can do a whole lot better than that. But for us, it's a good JP,
I'm stoked.
and I'm happy. Which takes a bit to do sometimes.
It does, but that's great.
Awesome. We've
Let's
got
go.
a starter.
We are on the board. Yep. Oh no. Just him.
Oh, yep, got him.
Got him?
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
oh, Nige.
Got him. I've just thrown that over onto those rocks on the other side and then literally trickled it into the water just to make it look like something that's happened, fallen into the water, and bang. This one's dark, Nico.
It looks like a sooty.
This looks like a sooty. It's just the coolest fish, you know what? And a beaten up fish. Doesn't it tell you so much about the environment these guys live in, guys and girls? They just get battered and beaten up. They survive every single day, and that's why they fight so hard.
That's right, it's a rugged environment, and this is a different fish to that last one. He's a bit leaner, but he still had just as much go in him.
Mate, good call. It was the guide's call today. You know what I love? Seeing a guy that's just so passionate about, I want to show you just how good this fishing can be. And it was like, we've had a bad day for a number of reasons, moons, people ahead of us, that's always going to be tough. And you've gone, nah, we're going somewhere else. I want to see you guys enjoy this, and good call.
Well, that's it, eh? You got to do the miles to get the smiles, Nige.
That's it. We'll get a nice little photo. I know you love taking your photos. I'm going to harass you to take a photo for me, and then we'll let it go. What do you reckon?
Nice one.
Rory takes stunning photographs and he's able to capture moments and memories from some of the most picturesque tropical waterways in the country. Hopefully these fish are the start of a great session.
You got to just love catching sooty grunter and jungle perch in the same stretch of water, and both of them just masters of disguise in their own right. Very different looking fish, but still so well adapted to their environment. These ones hanging in the shade, jungle perch with those mottles just sitting in broken water and still very well disguised, and great little ambush feeders. This one's gonna go away to ambush plenty of other stuff and grow a whole lot bigger and nastier. See you later. Hang on. Hang on a minute.
Land this.
Hang on a minute. This is not something you see every day of the week, but it tells you a whole lot about these fish. Righto, mate. I'll just come here. Is this like a guide trick of yours, mate? 2 fish on 1 lure. There you go. Well, you teased them enough, and there's that much competition with these fish. They both wanted it, and unfortunately, they both found a hook. Oh, that's awesome. Unreal. That is so cool. Mate, release shots are always hard with 2 fish. That's a bit greedy, bringing back 2 at once. We've let 1 go, and the last one, you know, you must love coming to places like this to chase these fish, because these are pretty iconic, you know, like the pioneers used to come and catch them as a food source. They eat everything from berries to insects and stuff. They're just such a tough, diverse little fish, mate. You must love guiding people to catch these.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, a place like this, there's a lot of fish and a lot of competition for food. And, yeah, both those fish wanted the lure. Yeah, that's how many. We're basically getting bites every cast here, and yeah, shows what different it makes fishing a main river as opposed to a little creek like we did yesterday.
A pressure creek yesterday.
Yeah, and this time of year, the dry season, there's still a lot of water in the main rivers, but the tributaries are starting to sort of slow up and levels are dropping. So
it was a good call, mate. We're going to let this one go because Nico's going to get ahead of me if I stay here for too much longer, and I don't like that. All right, let's let this one go. Righto, mate.
Oh,
go on.
I missed. Yep, got him.
Got him.
Yeah. Oh no, get away from that rock.
Good one.
Hey, he's a little sooty, I think. He looked a bit dark when he grabbed that little surface lure.
How good surface fishing for him.
Oh. And how good's now? I'm somewhat on the board with the sooty.
You are too. A good one too.
Look at that.
For you?
What's that, mate?
Hold rod for you?
You can do that.
I don't hold the fish because it's spiky.
They are very spiky.
Hooks and spines and...
Doesn't a good guide really help life?
You know what? We don't often ask for help.
No.
We like to get the egos in the way and go, we're going to work this out ourselves, but occasionally we ask for help, and if you ask for help in the right place, sometimes you can learn a whole lot.
Well,
it's okay to ask for help.
I reckon we get this one back in and keep going. Yeah. As we trek further upstream, both the scenery and fishing doesn't disappoint, with every new pool holding multiple fish, turning our day into a sight casting mecca. This is what sweetwater fishing is all about.
Oh, there he is. Yep, got him. Got him. Oh, yes. Nice. That's called fishing in a barrel. Just sight fishing them. Saw a whole pack of sooties cruising through there. And all I had to do was get in the right spot. Now look at these fish fighting over this. There's more of them in the pack. This is where sometimes you see fish get hooked on a lure. They're trying to get that lure out of its mouth because they think basically this fish is a bit of food and they want it. Have a look at that. It's basically 3 or 4 good sooties just sitting with this one. Where's Nico when you need him? If he could cast in here, he'd catch one.
Oh, and I'm fouled up. Oh.
Got him?
Yep, no. There's a heap sitting here.
All right, I'm just going to sort mine out and I'm going to get back in the water. Have a look at that. Just a very dark, gorge sooty. And the coolest part about that, actually sight fished them. The joy of Polaroid sunglasses in a place like this means you get to see the activity, and all I have to do is pretty much put the lure in the right place and give it those twitches. Make it look like a hapless little insect skittering on the top. This lure's called a skitter pop, funnily enough, and it did the job. Actually got to see it come up and eat, and then a whole bunch of them try and fight for it. That was just absolutely awesome. The moment to catch these fish, we're really looking for anywhere that this current is interrupted. With your fish in creeks, estuaries, offshore, it's kind of the same principle. Where food gets gathered, floats past, fish doesn't have to work too hard for it, and it can ambush it, you're going to find them, and this is a classic ambush hunter. I'll let this one go. See you later, mate. I've got a drink out of that one too.
Get him? Got him? Yeah.
Nice one, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Guess what? I got one too.
Yeah,
I reckon you might outdone me. Tell you what, when they stack up, don't they?
oh yeah, have a look at the colour, variations in them.
Massive. What's that, his surface one? You know yours counts for more because it's on surface.
I won't argue with you there.
Yeah, that's the cool way to catch them. Mate, what a gorgeous spot.
Bloody beautiful, isn't it?
Brought us to one of your special places.
A little piece of paradise.
Rory's special place, we'll call this. Oh, so much fun. All right, we get them back, I reckon.
Yep.
It's getting that time of day where maybe there's a JP on the hunt.
Yeah, I mean, we've hooked a couple. We just, Sooty seems to be beating them to the lure.
Terrible problem to have, I've got to say.
Mate, these things put up a good fight, there's no doubt.
All right, let's get them back and let's see if we can get a JP out of here.
Yep.
Righto. See them later, off they go.
Yep.
That's a good fish.
He's a good fish.
Well done, Nico. This is a real one, I reckon.
It is a real one. It's giving me a bit of courage.
It is a chunk of a soot. The old subsurface, mate.
Yeah.
Good call.
Been persistent.
You like to be different?
Well, there's 2 topwater lures going. They've been getting some action, but that's what we come here for, Nige.
That is what we came here for, 100%.
I'll give you a bit of free spill. You're in free spill.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, yeah. And you wonder why that was giving me a hard time.
That is an absolute beast.
We are fishing 4-pound line, 10-pound leader, so you can't go hard on these fish. And it's, you know, it's not a giant trevally, but pound for pound angling style, you're on point with trying to, you know, keep these things out of the structure.
And in that current, didn't he give you some in that current?
So much fun, eh?
That is. Look at him, big brute. And you're like, how's that for the big fish sitting at the head of the pool, mate? You pinned that cast perfectly.
There's not a better way to spend a day. It's as good as it gets.